going to be reviewing some stretches for your neck and shoulders. This area tends to get tight with increased stress in our lives, a lot of computer work, or carrying heavy bags and objects. So a lot of us tend to hold a lot of pain in this area, which can lead to headaches, poor sleep, and overall feeling crummy. So let's begin with some nice standing stretches. To start, bring one arm across your chest and apply pressure between your wrist and elbow with the opposite hand. Hold this stretch for 15 to 30 seconds. Release and try the other side. You should feel this behind the shoulder. Another great stretch is a forward fold. Standing up nice and tall, bring your arms up overhead. And when you're ready, simply let them fall towards the floor. Coming up nice and slow. Now the goal of this stretch is not to reach for the floor, it's simply to hang. One more time, bring those arms up overhead. Keep in mind, we're just gonna hang as you come on down. Let gravity do its work here. And come up nice and tall. Now to stretch out the neck, give me a nice chin tuck and look down. Come back up to a neutral neck. And when you're ready, tilt the chin up, looking up. Returning to a neutral neck. One more great stretch for your neck is to bring your ear to that same shoulder. Stretching out laterally through that neck. Once you're here, with that other hand, reach down towards the floor. If you're really tight, you'll feel this down through that shoulder, maybe even down through the arm. Come back up to a neutral neck. And now, opposite side, ear to that same shoulder. Checking that you're not twisting while you do this. Taking that opposite hand and reach towards the floor. Returning to a nice neutral neck. Some days it's easier to stretch in a chair than on the floor. So everything I'm going to do in this chair, we will also be doing on the floor. But let's start with the chair first. Sitting in your chair, on the front edge of your chair, choose a chair with a back, preferably for safety's sake. Sit up nice and tall. And all I want you to do is lift your hands up overhead. Reach, reach, reach through the crown of your head as well as with those hands. Now, I want you to bend the elbows and bring those arms apart like a field goal. Keep those elbows bent as you bring those elbows towards your torso. Bringing those shoulders back and down. One more time, for example. Arms up overhead. Reach, 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 reach. Bend the elbows. And separate the hands as you come down into a field goal. Pause here, check in. Depending on your shoulder, this might be the perfect place for you to stop. And then continue bringing those elbows towards your torso as you come down. It's a great shoulder stretch, bringing that scapula back where it belongs. Now the next one is a cat-cow from a chair position. So hands on your knees, and I want you to look down as you roll your shoulders forward and arch through the back, like so. Now, you're going to lift the head, roll the shoulders back, and push that belly out. Bring those shoulders back and down. One more time. Arch forward, look down. And then bring the head up as you roll the shoulders back and bring those shoulders back where they belong. And now for a little twist with thread the needle. So hands on your knees, and I'd like you to bring everything towards one side. A little bit of a twist through the low back. So now you're looking towards the side of the room. Hips are still facing forward. I want you to take one arm and bring it underneath the opposite as you're still looking towards the side. You'll feel this between the shoulder blades. Untwist those arms and then face forward one more time before you go ahead and do it on the opposite side. Those are 3 great examples of stretches for your shoulders and neck from a seated position. Combine these with the standing stretches and you have a nice well-rounded program. If you're comfortable getting onto the floor, we'll do the same stretches on the floor today. And you can lay all the way down, bringing those arms up overhead to start. From here, bring those hands into a field goal position with the elbows bent. You'll start to feel this between the shoulders. Now, depending on who you are, this may be enough for you. If you want more out of this stretch, go ahead and bring those elbows towards your torso, keeping them bent. One more time. Arms up overhead. Now make sure you keep your arms on the floor throughout this entire stretch. Arms into a field goal. And then arms towards your torso. This brings your shoulders back where they belong. Now for the cat-cow, we're actually going to get onto our hands and knees. And you want to make sure your knees stay underneath your hips and your wrists stay underneath your shoulders. Your back is going to start nice and flat. Now I want you to look down as you round through the shoulders and arch through the back. Bringing that belly button towards the spine. Then press into the palms as you look up, roll the shoulders back, and bring the belly towards the floor. One more time. Roll the shoulders forward, look down, and arch through the spine. Look up, roll the shoulders back, and bring the belly towards the floor. Coming back to a nice flat back. We're going to do a nice spinal twist and thread the needle here. For a spinal twist with scapular retraction, we're going to start on our hands and knees. Line up the knees so that they're underneath your hips. And you want to make sure as you come down that your wrist stays underneath your shoulders. And your spine is nice and tall and long. Like so. We're going to lift up one hand overhead, turning our face to look up at the hand. Bringing those shoulder blades together down the back as you twist. Now this is a great stretch for anyone to try. If you want to take it one step further and bring that scapula back, I want you to bring this hand that's in the air underneath your belly, bringing the shoulder to the floor as you keep the other elbow bent, like so. Now to come out of the bind, press into the palm that's on the floor, lifting back up to bring both hands to the mat underneath your shoulders. Try this on the opposite side by, again, starting by lifting the hand up overhead and turning to look at the hand. Now bring that hand underneath, lowering your shoulder to the floor and bending this elbow. So you can look underneath the armpit and peel that shoulder blade back. Now to release, push up on that hand, bringing your hand back underneath your shoulders. This is a great shoulder opener. And again, if you're starting out, start with just that twist where you open up before you do the threading of the needle. Thank you for joining us today. If you'd like to learn more about home base and our wellness programming, check out our website, follow us on social media, and use the hashtag HBHealthAtHome.